Here comes a new challenger!
So, bottom 5. Kirby. No airspeed, no ground speed, short range, a predictable recovery. Anything else I should add to that? No actual combos, no actual good combos, I should stress. He has a kill throw, but it doesn't kill as early as you'd like it to. The only real obnoxious thing about Kirby is his crouch. Dr. Mario is a slower, heavier Mario with worse recovery and worse. He's just bad. He has worse combos than Mario. His only saving grace is Pill. That's it. All he has over Mario, I think. All right. Yeah, I think that's it. I think that's all he has. Ganon only has an advantage state, nothing else. And even then, that is to say, his advantage state isn't all too great. His disadvantage sucks, his recovery sucks, easy to edge guard, big body of course gets comboed easily, slow frame data, just not that great. Mii Sword Fighter, slow frame data, butter knife. His only real damaging move is his up air, and that's it. His specials make him a gimmick, and that's all he is a gimmick. Lucario, slow frame data, super light. He just dies too early when his whole intention is to live, right? He's supposed to live a higher percent so he gets use of his aura, but he can't really utilize his aura if he's that bad, you know? It's not too great for Lucario. Alright, moving on to low tier. Jigglypuff is essentially just a patient character. You gotta wait for the right time. If you don't, then obviously you're gonna lose. But that's how it really is. You gotta really just know what you're doing. Because if you try to challenge her in the air, you're gonna lose. So yeah, I mean, a lot of her ground moves suck. She just really can't compete against disjoints. She's gonna lose too, on average. And if she can't really hold her shield too much, because if she does and it breaks, well, then she loses a stock for it. Bayonetta, this patch really did nothing for her. Her frame data is still that of a Swordy, and that's bad because she's a brawler type character. Her combos still don't really work, and the only move that really got buffed was up tilt. And even then, sometimes that can still miss, but like on the rarest occasions. Again, Bayonetta is just pretty much the same character, but a bit better. But that doesn't mean a bit better means a tier better. DDD slow frame data, as per usual. Big body gets comboed very easily. His only saving grace, in my opinion, is his ledge trapping and recovery. Because with his recovery, he lives long. And with his ledge trapping, if you don't really play that matchup often, you're not really gonna know what to do. But if you kind of understand how a DD player will play, like you should win, okay? It's just the ledge trapping is pretty similar. Because it's not because depending on what your character has to offer, it just defeats EDD's ledge trapping. Online, it's obnoxious, but like it's not gonna be a problem offline. You know what I'm saying? Isabelle can't handle pressure. Her rolls suck, which means you're always gonna catch her even when she rolls. A light character, very light, and she just dies. She just died. That's how I feel about her. She's got an infinite, but You know, just because she has an infinite doesn't mean she's good. Like, there are several low tiers in various other fighting games that I'm forgetting to name. I'm forgetting to name, but I know some characters in fighting games will typically have infinites and they'll still be bad. Right? Like, even though they have an infinite, they're still bad. How can you have an infinite and suck? That's incredible. Gotta drink water. It's important that you drink water. Anyways, moving on. Incineroar. Slow frame data. Can't utilize his strong moves. Bad recovery. I don't think needs to be much else said. Just predict when they're going to use Revenge, which isn't that hard because they'll usually use it as a panic option. That or a Lariat, but otherwise, you're good. DK. Terrible disadvantage. Some moves are negative on hit. And don't jump. If you don't jump, you win, because if you jump against DK, you die. GG. So that's some matchup knowledge for you. Lodomag. Third fastest character in the game, can platform cap. His air game sucks, his ground game sucks, but there's still value to him, right? It isn't like other characters that are bad that like he can't be used. He can. He can most certainly be good in the right situations, because his frame data is fast, even if some moves are negative on hit, like his up tilt. But that is to say that Mac is still usable. He's still a usable character, and that's what makes him worthwhile. Let's go to the next song. There you go. We're gonna use this for mid tier and high tier. All right, so mid tier, Zelda. She's a trap character who can't trap. Her moves come out way too slow for her to do any real setups, and like the knight. Like, here's the thing: if the knight came out a little bit later, then she'd be good, because then you can set up things like a Jin's Fire, right? Because then, like, say for instance your opponent's recovering high, so you put Din's, you already have the statue. Din's Fire is now going up to them, so they air dodge down, for instance, and then the knight catches them, right? Something like that. You know, I feel like a trap character who can't trap is just terrible by design. How is your whole design aspect supposed to be to make your opponent do a certain option and you punish them because you got them to do that option? I don't know. Seems terrible to me. Villager, he's better than Isabelle because of just his toolkit. His toolkit's better. Shuffle allows you to get free kills. His smash attacks kill very early, right? Bowling ball is good at edge guarding. Tree is good at edge guarding. Tree setups are obnoxious. When tree is planted and he has some water on it, but he didn't actually spawn the tree, you got to be careful about that spot, because if you're not, then you die for it. So GG. Has a kill throw, obnoxious aerials. His nair covers his entire body, and his up air and down air are RNG based on how many I believe turnips. I think it's based on how many turnips he gets. He could get 1, 2, or 3, but even if they are RNG, they're still pretty good. Slingshot's obnoxious. Lloyd Rocket is good for recovering. Yeah, and Axe is a kill move. Like, Axe is a really good kill move and good move for shield breaking and shield break setups. It's all around really good for Villager. Toon Link. In comparison to his counterparts, he doesn't have any real great combos. Most of his combos will knock your opponent away, and then you got to use your slow projectiles to hit your opponent. And like, when I'm saying slow, I mean slow. Like, his projectiles are not fast. They're like they're pretty reactable, basically. His only saving grace is that he has a kill throw, but like, that's pretty much it. His range isn't even that great, and he can barely get anything off of his projectiles outside of bomb. Like, bomb is his burst projectile, but that's it. Belmonts, they can't recover, and when you're up and close to them, they basically melt. There's nothing Belmonts can really do to keep you away once they're in their space, and they just suffer. And if you hit them once off stage, they lose. So be mindful. Robin. Now, I considered putting Robin in high tier, and he'll be my next analysis video on. So I wanna get to that when I get to that. But just for this video, I'll say this: Robin, his whole idea is that once he has his tools, he deals tons of damage and can even kill you off of it. And then once he runs out of his tools, typically that's, you know, the opponent's time to strike. However, even though Robin is, I believe, the second slowest character in the game, he can still use his airspeed. His airspeed's still pretty good. So you use your airspeed to run away. And the way Levin's sword works is that if you have smash attack or smash stick on, your aerials, whenever you do an aerial with smash stick, you actually gain Levin's sword faster. Because there's a mechanic in the game that basically makes it so when you use Levin's sword, or Levin's sword when you don't have the sword itself, you charge it faster. So if you play the way I'm thinking he's supposed to be played, then I can honestly argue I can see him being high tier. But if the way I think of him playing doesn't work, then he's mid tier. Ridley's a big body. He has combos, but his body's just way too big. And not as a joking sense, when he hurtbox shifts, it's like he's T-posing towards the screen. He keeps getting hit because his wings are a hitbox, his arms are a hitbox. He's just gonna his body, like his entire body. Once he gets hit, his animation basically makes him a giant circle to attack, right? And he's a heavyweight, but he's still light enough for you to kill pretty decently early, and his recovery is not great. Piranha Plant has great ledge trapping and really fast moves, and his up air got extremely good, and its fair is also really good. It's just that the problem is no one's really playing this character, because honestly I would put him in high tier, but I'm being hesitant because I want to see people play him. The thing is that Brood used to play Piranha Plant, but then dropped them for Banjo, which we'll get to later, which I found strange because I think Brood would have gone along with Plant. Plant is a very interesting character. I genuinely believe they can be higher than mid. Like, I genuinely believe they can be high tier, but you know, they're still a heavyweight, still relatively easy to combo. But I feel like there's something there. I feel it. That's what my gut's telling me. And usually my gut is never wrong. Usually. It's never mostly wrong. Never. Whatever. Anyways, Me Gunner. Good range, bad speed. In terms of customs, I would say the most obnoxious one would be like double grenades, like neutral B grenade, down B grenade. Side B would be the missiles or the stealth bomb, and then up B is the out of shield one that kills you. And in terms of recovery, Me Gunner recovers really good. Typically they can make it back to stage. It's just speed, the speed of their moves, and their disruns aren't the greatest, and a lot of their longer ranged normals are just they're not great, right, in terms of kill power. Yeah, so that's something to be mindful of. Mewtwo. The only thing holding back Mewtwo is his tail. If they were to move his tail, he'd easily be high tier, even top tier maybe, right? Because he's got great neutral. He's got an extremely good projectile that he can combo out of uncharged and fully charged. He has combos for days. His offstage presence is horrifying. He can bait you into things like disable and then get a free kill, right? He has actual kill confirms, even at higher percents. Has 2 kill throws, has a combo throw, and has a damage dealing throw. Just everything about Mewtwo. It's just that his tail's what really holds him back from being any higher, because he's just going to lose. He's just going to lose. Marth. Marth is a weaker Lucina in every way imaginable. There's no reason to play Marth, honestly. And hurtbox shifting really hurts that character, because when certain characters hurtbox shift, that means he can no longer really hit them with Tipper. It's really weird like that. And some Tipper hitboxes, I believe, are outside of his sword. Actually, let me check since I'm already on here. Let's see. Where is Marth? Right here. Let's just look at Dancing Blade. Yeah, hold on. Let's look at that real quick. Like, yeah, like, what is this? This is supposed to, look at this sweet spot. How are you gonna hit this consistently? Okay, well, maybe I should look at the last hitbox. Look at that. Wait, look at this. How are you supposed to hit this consistently? I mean, if you get it, your opponent dies, but how are you supposed to get this consistently? Let's be honest here. Character sucks. So yeah, he's just a worse Lucina, which is funny because he should be better. Luigi's just a gimmick. A lot of characters can zone out Luigi. A lot of characters can edge out Luigi. Luigi is just like, if I grab you, you die. But if you keep beating me neutral, what am I gonna do? If you keep zoning me, what am I gonna do? How am I gonna get in your space if I literally can't get in your space? Right? And if you just basically platform camp Luigi, which is lame, you know, and Luigi brings up you up to 30, now you don't have to worry about 0 to does basically. Right? Or like those extreme kill combos basically. Luigi's just he's just a gimmick. He's just a gimmick that can or cannot work. But he's just a gimmick nonetheless. That's all he is. Lucas. Good zoning. Good combos. Good recovery. Just lacks in range, and he's light. A part of me wants to put him in 9 tier, but again, lack of character representation. Character has a ton of crazy tech, but you know, what can I really say? K-Rool, obnoxious character. His armor got buffed up everywhere, but he's still basically the same old K-Rool. I would say the only thing that was a major difference between then and now was, I mean, 1, obviously armor, but 2, being his back throw. His back throw is insane. Like, you die way earlier than you ever thought you would have, and the angle it sends at is horrifying. So even if you do live, you know, you're gonna be in a tough spot against K-Rool. Otherwise, that's K-Rool. Ice climbers. Now, ice climbers can go low or high depending on whether or not Nana works with you. And since there's too many variables on that, I'm just not gonna really talk about them too much, other than just, if they grab you, you die. And if you get rid of Nana, then Popo, I mean, Sopo isn't that bad. But like he isn't, like, this is probably like the best iteration of Sopo. But like, even still, right? Sopo will still typically lose. You know, and it's funny because I believe ice climbers have the worst grab range in the game, but they're grapplers. It's hilarious to me. Hero, slow frame data, very slow startup, right? For all of his moves, a lot of lag. Once you're in his space, not much you can do. You have to really just keep your opponent away as Hero. But once you run out of mana, you're forced to interact with your opponent, right? And that's detriment. He's like the exact antithesis to Robin. When Robin runs out of his tools, he runs away. When Hero does, he's forced to interact. Sure, he's got funny hocus pocus, but you wouldn't really want to risk it in a serious match because you could end up getting Kamikaze, for instance. So it'd be pretty bad. Falco, he had some stuff in this patch in 8.0, 8.1, whatever. Yeah, 8.0. But he's still basically the same character. Not a lot has changed. I feel if he were to get buffed, he just needs to stop being a one-trick pony. You know, like a certain Ike. But I'll get to that when I get to that. Duck Hunt, it's just purely off of character representation, because if not, I'd put him higher. Duck Hunt has strong projectiles, strong setups, pretty good aerials. It's hard to land against Duck Hunt. And off stage, you know, once you're off stage, Duck Hunt's just gonna set up an entire wall when you get back to the ledge, and there's nothing you can really do about it because Duck Hunt's edge guarding is definitely not a strong point rather. Byleth, if I had to rate Byleth in any way, I would still say he's mid tier, but he's easily the worst of the Fire Emblem cast, in my opinion. Let me put it this way. I made an analysis, but I'll make it quick here. Byleth's speed sucks, and I'm talking about his ground and air speed. Primarily his air speed. His attacks are super slow. Some moves he just gets hit out of. Some moves prioritize better than his own moves. Like side B, for instance. His tether recovery is great and all, but his recovery overall, like double jump and air drift, it's bad. He can juggle you, sorta, but only like once or twice, and afterwards he can escape it. And he's mostly just a read character. If you read your opponent basically dies at very early percents. His whiff punish aim is good, but that's only because of how strong his certain moves of his is. If the bow fired faster, I think it would help, because as it is now, even if you cancel it, I'm still not afraid of the bow. Alright, moving on. Bowser Jr. has a lot of great tools, but suffers in various aspects. Like, for instance, Mega Koopa, if you shield it, it doesn't work. Cannonball's okay. That's it. What else? Recovery, it's good-ish until you hit Bowser Jr. with a weak move, and then he dies. A lot of weaknesses to the character, and it also doesn't help that Bowser Jr. Duck also has it, where if you hit Bowser Jr. instead of the Clown Cart, Bowser Jr. takes more damage, and the Clown Cart takes less damage than average. That's pretty bad, because even though like in Smash 4, Bowser Jr. overlapped the cart, now it's the other way around, so you won't hit him too often, but the fact that it exists still hurts the character. Bowser Jr. is a character, no, not Bowser Jr. Bowser's a character where you just gotta learn the matchup. Once you learn the matchup, he struggles. He can't tech, because if he techs, you're still gonna catch him. His tech animations are terrible. Startup and speed, not too great. His armor's obnoxious, but it's only like on his tilts really, and some other moves. And obviously he has Tough Guy, but Tough Guy's only really obnoxious for characters who have like only rapid jabs and no gentleman. Banjo has some sauce, but the damage he deals isn't that great. His edge guarding is pretty good. I could argue him being high tier, but I'm not gonna die on that hill for today. Recovery is, you kind of know where it's gonna go, and Wonder Wing isn't all too great, because I mean, if you see it coming, it's similar to a counter, where it's like if you know the Banjo's gonna do it, you're gonna shield it and you're gonna punish it, right? There's nothing much Banjo can really do against that. Which is why Wonder Wing's only really used for like actual kill confirms and recovery. Because if you try to throw out randomly, you're most of the time you're just gonna get shielded and punished for it. And he gets comboed easily. So yeah. Alright, high tier. Zersu, I would put top tier, but like I said, I'm only making high tier and then top 20. So Zersu, I feel like this is just me saying only one person's doing well with the character, so I don't want to put them higher yet. Maybe I should, right? Maybe, but that'll be something else to decide at a later point. Yoshi's okay, just an obnoxious brawler. Wii Fit has kill confirms up the wazoo. Deep breathing is stupid and dumb, and I hate it, but I love it too. Snake dies. That's fun. So yeah, that's pretty much it. No, but Snake's disadvantage sucks. Snake gets comboed very easily. And you can avoid grenades. His recovery is pretty exploitable. And just don't fear Snake when he's above you, and you should be fine. Sheik's only problem is damage output, because she basically, and some combos, some moves don't really work in terms of combos, but outside of that, her frame data is superior than most characters in the cast. She does actually have kill confirms now. She has grab combos, so there's a lot to Sheik. It's just that damage output isn't all that great, as an example. Samus can play super campy and aggressive, similar to Banjo, but I feel like Samus does it better. You can also combo really easy off of her projectile as long as you don't fully charge shot. Good kill throw, works anywhere on the stage. It's a tether, so it's already good because non-tether grabs outside of pouch suck, and can be played obnoxious. Rosa and a tank cancel are best friends. As long as you protect Luma, you basically have a wall, an impenetrable wall. Luma is stupid, deals tons of damage, and Rosalina has a lot of weird tech, and probably has even more weird tech that's still yet unexplored. But we'll see until then, right? Olimar, the problem with Pikmin is that, you know, when the game first launched, like, a lot of Pikmin were plus on shield. Now they're only plus on shield when, like, they're new and not staled. Otherwise, that's pretty much it. So yeah, plus Olimar is light and just dies. Alright? Because all Olimar has are aerials and smashes. Tilts suck, outside of maybe down tilt. The only grabs that are worth really going for is when you have blue at kill percent. They give you blue Pikmin for kill percent. Obnoxious, but definitely easy to handle. Peach is just worse Pika, lighter, deals damage to itself, but can make some crazy plays. Ness's recovery sucks, but everything else about him is good. Kill throw, combos, damage output, projectiles are really good, and ledge trapping is also surprisingly decent. So there you go. Min Min's a patient game. If you wait her out, you'll win. It's just you can't play aggressive against Min. You have to wait for the right opportunity. Because if you don't, you're just gonna lose for it, right? You're gonna be put off stage and you're gonna die for it. But if you're patient and you get her off stage, edge guard her, she will die. She will die. Her tether's not that great. It's good vertically, but not good horizontally. And she has no moves to really boost her momentum. So yeah. Mii Brawler is crazy. This character is basically Fox, but in my opinion, I would even argue that Mii Brawler is better than Fox for a few certain aspects. They share a lot of similarities. I think between the two, they're the most similar. I can't really compare Brawler to Mario as much as I can to Brawler and Fox. Fox is mainly near up smash the character, but Mii Brawler has a ton of stuff. And with custom moves added, it really just makes that character stronger, in my opinion. Having suplex is great. Having shot put is also great. Or instead of shot put, flashing Mach Punch, you have customs for recovery, for better recovery. You have customs for better offensive play, for kill power. My personal belief, the optimal set is Soaring Axe Kick, Suplex, the Feint Jump, and you can have Shot Put or Flashing Mach Punch as your neutral beat. Soaring Axe Kick is a really great recovery, and if your opponent tries to edgeguard you and you're at a high percent and a stock above, just kill them with Soaring Axe Kick, they die at 0. Suplex is great for damage and it has armor when he grabs. So when moves like Clash, when his grab and a move hits at the same time, Mii Brawler is still going to win that exchange. Feint Jump adds to recovery horizontally, on top of having Soaring Axe Kick, which is great for vertical recovery. It's a great combination. And Shot Put's a great projectile to use off stage and on stage. And but if you want to use Flashing Mach Punch, there's a lot of tech with that move. It kills surprisingly early, and you can combo into it reliably. So I would say me Brawler is better than Fox, in my opinion. But I still think they're both high tier. But I'll get to Fox when I do. Meta Knight, play him campy and you win. Ever played Melee Jigglypuff? You play that, but with Meta Knight. And he has some cheese to him. I don't understand why Drill Rush can kill you at 0. It's hilarious though. It's sort of like Meta Knight's own Crom Uppy. Link has big moves, big buttons, but they're slow. But Bomb is incredible. You have infinites with the Bomb. You can set up kills with the Bomb. You can use the Bomb for recovery. Just everything about that Bomb really makes this iteration of Link very expressive in terms of what you can do with movesets, what you can do as a player. I think Link definitely benefited off of being based on Breath of the Wild. Terry, his disadvantage sucks, in my opinion. His disadvantage is terrible. It's probably one of the worst in the game. I don't know if it's the worst, but it's definitely one of them. So off stage he melts, right? On stage he also melts if you get hits on him. Even though he's heavier than Ryu and Ken, because his disadvantage is so bad, he will typically die earlier. There's not much you can do to recover. For instance, Burn Knuckle only has invincibility on the arm. I'll show it right now. It only has invincibility on the arm, but not his entire body, and it goes away eventually, which is not great because that just means you're very vulnerable. His projectile is only really good on the ground. So as you see here, right, here's the hitbox coming out. The blue's the invincibility, and then what happens here? And then it goes away once it reaches this pink point. Same applies here. You know, you have invincibility. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. On frame 7, now you're completely vulnerable. A lot of Terry's combos can be SDI'd out of, and they're all pretty much the same. A lot of this, you know what Terry's gonna do when he hits you, so you already know how to DI and how to avoid certain moves. So yeah, and as I said, he should die theoretically if you get him. So having to worry about Go to me is a non-existent issue. Ken, however, does not have as terrible as disadvantage. He still has a bad one though. His neutral isn't the greatest. His combos can be SDI out of 2, but I feel Ken, and even though Ken's projectile is also worse, I would say that Ken can still vortex you. He still keeps you in where Terry kind of knocks you away. Because Terry knocks you away, he has to try to wait an opportunity to go for another combo. Whereas Ken, he keeps you up close and personal, and now you're stuck in this vortex where he can keep on comboing you if he makes the right reads and you die for it, right? If he makes the right reads, you die for being stuck in that vortex. You know, and he has air to ground combos, and he has like free 50% combos just by doing like jab jab, press and kick, down smash, roundhouse. That's extremely good. So, and plus having card cancel makes Ken's ledge trapping scary, because if you jump and he does Shoryuken, you die for it. If you roll in, he could do if you roll or get up or anything, you could do Shoryuken, reverse Shoryuken, roundhouse, reverse roundhouse, because he can be reverse roundhouse even though you can only do it with the A button, whatever. Just really good character, in my opinion. Inkling, really good back air, obnoxious dash stance because it's hard to hit. Otherwise, not much else I can say. Just really good character, but I still don't think top 20. Mike used to be a one-trick pony, now he isn't. I mean, he still has Nair up air and Nair air, but he also has Aether, and they buffed a lot of things about the character, making him, to me, really unique. like a unique character, because before I would say, like, for instance, Corrin, who we'll get to later. Corrin, I would compare them the two, and Corrin was just a worse Ike, but now they're both different from each other. It's hard for me to compare a character to Ike. I think Ike's really good. I just think people need to pick him back up again. But I think Ike has definitely changed for the better. Fox, I already basically said it. He's a one-trick pony, but he's a one-trick pony with good speed, and just crazy pressure. Diddy Kong, infinite, small, a side B that gives him a free mix-up. Right? Good recovery. Combos, kill confirms. What else can I really say? Right? I mean, off stage he can still die, but even still, good character. Pit and Dark Pit are stupid. Though if I had to say which one's better out of the two, it's definitely Pit. Pit, Dark Pit basically has Wolf Laser as his arrows, and his side B kills earlier. But Pit's side B is definitely still pretty good for killing, and his arrows are obnoxious. They don't pop you up or anything, they just send you away every time you get a hit with them. And thus, when you're recovering, you're just suffering off stage. If you're a character with a pretty bad recovery, and he caught your double jump, you're dead. You're dead. Plus, kill confirms, strong moves, just good speed all around. Really great character. Corrin, a good combo character, slow on the ground, can kill you. What? Like I said, good combos. Kill confirms that can go from 30 to 60. Right? Can kill you even when you're at ledge because of how pin works. You can 2-frame it then, it kills. Or you don't, you know, you just still hit it. Pretty good movement with the use of back air and pin. So all around, they buffed up Corrin pretty well, I'd say. Cloud, definitely a good character. Up B out of shield is amazing. It's just that his recovery is pretty bad, but he's got a big sword. But a lot of his limit moves aren't too great. But yeah, still though, great character. I would say. I would still say he's a great character. You know, but like his big sword definitely isn't gonna help him on any areas. And finally, Falcon. He's the last character I'll be talking about in high tier. Good combo potential, great combo potential, and really good frame data. Side B is stupid now. It has the armor on it is pretty good to the point where you can usually get it. Most times, the only reason why you'll miss the move is because they ran away, and Falcon just did the animation for whatever reason. But you can combo into knee, up air combos. With the use of platforms, it's crazy. Falcon has definitely improved a lot. He has a burst kill option with Falcon Kick. Up B's still pretty good on shield, because then like you may think you're gonna go for a different move, and then you up B your opponent and they die for it. He's the second fastest character in the game, so having speed really helps his character. So I think Falcon's high tier, yeah. That being said, before I move on to the top 20, let me change the music. Let's change the music to something more geese-like. I don't care. I do not care. Let me lower this. Gosh, let me just check the audio. Ganon low tier, that character busted. Yeah, I agree. I agree. Yeah, you're right. I should move. You know, you're right. Where is he? Right over here. This side. Character is busted. Character is busted. All right, let's move on. So top 20. Sad thing. Wait, is this? No, it's base. Oh, I don't want this one. Let me close this. Okay. Alright. I think think that'll be good. Alright, alright. Alright. Should be good. Just check what texted me on Twitter. I mean, not Twitter, DMs. Okay. That's that. Alright. After this, after I'm done with this, I'm gonna end the stream. So here we go. Top 20. Prom. Worst Roy, but ledge trapping is great. Great frame data. His speed is phenomenal. His only bad problem is really recovery, but even then, I would say that in terms of recovery, he isn't all too bad. I wouldn't say so. So yeah, that's basically where I put him. It's like top 20 in my opinion. Ryu, I feel is far and beyond better than what most people give him credit for. So I don't want to make this long because I'm gonna make an analysis on him eventually. So I'll make it short. Shakunetsu and Hadouken are powerful projectiles. Tatsu is an extremely powerful tool. Shoryuken is really good. Right? It kills relatively early. Pretty good normals. Really good aerials. You can't cross him up because he auto turns. His disadvantage isn't that bad. Because like let's say he Tatsus, he can still kill you with that Tatsu, even if it is in the air. You'll lose. And what else? Focus 2 is extremely powerful because of its range and hitbox. Let me show that off. Let me show that off. First focus. It's right here. Well, when it loads up, I'll show it. But yeah, I just think Ryu is a really good character. I just don't think a lot of people give him credit. I mean, just look at how good that hitbox is. There you go. Like, and it's not even like look, he pushes himself forward when he does it. This hitbox is massive. Right? It goes beyond his fist. You know? This is an extremely good move. And he has combos off of his projectile. He has combos. He has shield break setups even from Shakunetsu. His air combos can be ridiculous. He can combo his projectiles into dunks, you know, spikes. Just a lot of good into Ryu. Just not a lot of it explored. Plus, Ryuken and Terry, they're all of an archetype that is extremely alien to most Smash players, so they definitely aren't going to pick him up on average. Pac-Man's a great trap character. His setups are amazing. His recovery is arguably the best in the game. His projectiles are ridiculous in their own right. But again, it's just a patience game. It's just his patience game is much more in need of patience to win. But otherwise, otherwise, extremely good character. Young Link combos you for days. Combos you off for projectiles. You even if he is a solemn distance away from you, you can still combo off of the smallest projectiles. Crazy character, crazy character, I would say. Not to mention he's a shorty with the disjoint. His recovery still is pretty decent. Wrong. He's fast. He's hard to catch. You know, and he kills relatively well. You know, and he does have a lot of kill confirm, so he doesn't struggle to kill, in my opinion. And he has a great out of shield option that leads to kills or combo, which is upbeat. Game & Watch, obnoxious. Great moves. Big moves, big buttons. Great up out of shield. Nearly impossible to stop. Great landing. Obnoxious smash attacks. Because they just are. Typically he loses to disjoints, but even still, obnoxious character. And great ledge trapping. Great edge guarding. You know, because he's always going to recover back to the stage. No matter what. So yeah, just a really good character. Greninja, he just goes under everything. There's not much you can do about it. He's a really good character. Great combos. Good recovery. Substitute, when you angle it at an angle down, it kills surprisingly early. Disjoints, obnoxious ways to edge guard you. Really good character. He just low profiles everything. Oh geez, dog is crying. Hold on, let me get dog in here real quick. Alright, I'm back. Okay. Sonic plays a cat and mouse game. It's hard to keep up with him. Online, his cat and mouse game becomes basically unreactable. It's hard to react to anything he does online. If not, it's just outright impossible to do so. Great combos, great edge guarding. Disjointed smash attack, F smash. So it's really good in that aspect. He can camp you out, and there's not much you can really do about it. You just gotta be good at the game. Now, I know. Sonic is never the camper. He's always the aggressor. But whatever. Anyways. Rob. Great projectiles, great zoning, great aggression. Kills you off stage for free. Side B is crazy off stage because of how big that hitbox is and how good of an area it covers. And again, you just die to it once he catches you with it. Good recovery. He can mix up from getting in and out of his recovery with aerials. Essentially kill throws, you know, that lead into co-confirms or whatever. Obnoxious up close game with down tilt and other moves. You know, just mainly down tilt and also using in combination with gyro and such. Really obnoxious. Lucina, extremely great neutral. Extremely great neutral. Kills relatively early. Very ignorant character. Shulk. I know a lot of people try to make him out to be the best sortie, but he isn't. Shulk suffers a lot of issues being his slow startup. But if he camps you out in the mid-range, he does extremely well in that aspect of the game. And Menards definitely boost him, right? When he does jump art, it's very easy for him to get back on stage. Speed allows him to control neutral. Shield essentially saves you from kill confirms and other whatnot, you know. Buster gives you damage, and Smash Art gives you crazy early kills. You just gotta be careful about when and where to use them. Mario. This isn't ordered, but I still gotta make that known. Wario is way worse than Mario. They're very similar. I mean, he's not way worse, but he's worse than Mario. They're very similar. Wario has waft, and Mario has waft, but all the time. Mario's combo game is ridiculous. Wario's combo game is also ridiculous, but Wario suffers from people with disjoints, similar to Mario. However, unlike Wario, rather, Mario, once he gets hits in, you're basically, if he gets a hit in, he gets a lot of percent off of that, where Wario doesn't. He's good. He is good. They're both good. But I think people overrate Wario to a bit of an extreme. But maybe that's just me, right? Maybe that's just me. Anyways. Moving on. Alright. Continue here. So. Mega Man. Really good projectiles. He zones you out pretty hard. He's the best anti-zoner, right? He's a zoner who beats other zoners. It's weird, but it's true. Metal Blade's an extremely good tool, and while I know not a lot of people play him, I feel like sometimes you gotta just look at a toolkit and just say, this is a really good toolkit. We just need to find the player who can utilize that toolkit perfectly. And not just like, and it doesn't have to be like precise perfect. I'm just talking about using it well, right? Mega Man cheats. He's a character that cheats. He has a lot of shield break setups. He has easy he has easy kill confirms off of shield breaks, and that will kill you at 0 at times. The character's ridiculous. You gotta really watch out for Mega Man. In my opinion, I think Mega Man could arguably even be top 5, because that's just how good Mega Man is, in my opinion. Leaf Shield is obnoxious, Metal Blade is great, Pellets are obnoxious and also great. Just everything about the character is solid. Great recovery, just so much to him. Wolf, great neutral, great projectile with neutral B. His only real suffer, like the only thing he struggles in is recovery, but he controls the stage very well. He's one of the characters who can better control the stage than any other, rather. And Wolf, he really is the prodigy character, you know. Every person who's a prodigy apparently plays Wolf for whatever reason. But no, like, Wolf is just, he's good. Like, he's really good. I feel like no one really plays him anymore because obviously people know the matchup, but that's kind of what happens when you have like 20 different wolves running around, you know? But still, definitely a great character. I already talked about Mario, so I'm skipping him. And Mario. Roy. Roy doesn't, in my opinion, has a worse ledge trapping than Chrom because of how Chrom's sword works. But Roy can blow you up. And Roy's neutral isn't even that bad. Roy's also fast. His frame data is really good. He's on shield. He's very scary. His recovery, while pretty easy to edge guard, he still basically dies off stage. And with rage, he just becomes even scarier, right? Because his kill confirms still work even with rage on. You know, jab back air, jab side B, like it just makes his moves even scarier. That's all it does. You know. So Roy is definitely someone to watch out for. Then we have top 5. And I put them in a specific order, so I'll go into them in a specific order. Joker's neutral is great. Down gun is great for edge guarding. Arsene comeback factor is great. His recovery is surprisingly very good. You know, like you can hit him off stage, sure, and he dies. But if you know how to utilize your tools, like your specials off stage and stuff, he can recover pretty well. You know, it's very hard to catch Joker at times. He has combos, he has loops, and just deals incredible damage. But he's definitely not the best in the game. I don't think of him as top 3. He's definitely top 5. If not top 5, he's top 10. Right? Like I can't decide between him, Mega Man, or Roy. Pokemon trainer. All right, so if I had to rate the Pokemon separately, I would say Ivysaur is like a high tier, and then like Charizard and Squirtle are top tiers. Charizard's the best heavy in the game, no doubt. His Nair is stupid and ignorant. He can kill you at 0 with rage. Just he grabs you once and you get back thrown and you die for it. Literally, you die for it. What are you gonna do? Squirtle is the shortest character in the game. His combos are obnoxious. When he grabs you, you're basically taking 40 to 50 to 60, maybe even higher. Squirtle's water gun is annoying because you know, now you're blasted away off stage, and then you can switch out to Ivysaur and then you die. Ivysaur's neutral is amazing. His projectile is great. Has various co-confirms, and all around obnoxious. All 3 of those characters are great. All 3 of them are good. I don't understand what Leffen was even saying when he said that they're all bad characters that makes a bad character good. No, if all 3 characters were bad, then the character as a whole would be bad. That's not how it works. What an idiot. Oh gosh. But regardless, moving on. Daisy, here we go. So Peach, Daisy, very mashy characters. I would say they're the mashiest characters in this game. Obviously, you need to learn tech, like the flow cancels and all that stuff to be as mashy as possible. But these characters mash, right? And off of one nair, one projectile to one nair, you could possibly take like 50 to 80, depending on which turn up they get, right? They are really good at edge guarding, I would say, and ledge trapping. The only weakness I would say is recovering, but Outside of that, just kill combos, right? I mean, not kill combos, but like throw combos. Just so many great things about Peach. It's insane. Peach and Daisy, they're crazy characters, and they can completely decimate your shield. So yeah, no, definitely characters to watch out for. Then we have Palu. Palu is very linear if you're just going for an air loop. If you're going for an air combo. After that, she's basically just back air dash attack, more grab combos. She has kill throws. She has very good moves. Bear's a really good move. Bear's a really good move. Up air's really good for juggling. Teleport isn't even that bad. Side B is annoying, because even if you try to reflect it, it doesn't affect Palu in any way. Her neutral B is obnoxious. She's fast, just strong, just all around super good, super crazy good. You could argue she's a one-trick pony, but even if she was, what she most likely, she is certainly in those early percents. But after that, like Palu just mixes you, puts you in a state that you don't want to be in. You just sort of die for it. There's nothing else you can really. There's not much you can do about that. Finally, we have Pikachu. I think the second smallest character in the game. Pancakes over everything. One button neutral. Has kill confirms for at least every character in the cast. Has lightning loops. Deals incredible damage. And yeah, no. Just ridiculous character overall, I would say. Now if only Pikachu's players were a lot better. Yeah, I think that's really my tier list. But I'm gonna be going more deep dive into these characters when I do analysis for them. But I'll get there when I get there. Regardless, thank you for watching, and take care. Peace. You can be counted to